Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So really impressive day today on cryptocurrencies. The whole space is down. So if we look at Bitcoin right here, the high was 65,000. It went all the way down to 30,000. So a 55% drop. If we look at Ethereum, we have a similar picture with a drop of almost 58%, and Ripple not as hit as hard as the other cryptos, but still down about 44%, right? So overall, the cryptos are down massively. So in this video, we're going to talk about what happened and what I think will happen in the future for cryptos. Now, as you read in the title, I did predict this down move on cryptos. And it's not a joke. I actually saw this move coming. And the point of making this video is also to show you guys how I was able to identify this potential down move. So I'm not trying to sound like a genius. I'm not trying to appear as if I knew everything. It's not the case. The point of the video is really just to show you guys what I saw on the market, which led me to think that it would potentially drop further. So that's kind of the idea. That's what we will go through in the video. So just before that we go through all of this, make sure that you leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it, and make sure as well that you are subscribed if it's not already done to the channel. Alright guys, so let me put you in context. You will understand much better the video. So one thing that I do besides trading is teaching people how to trade through my course, right? Most of you guys probably know this. And in the course, one thing that I do for the student is record a weekly video. So this is what we call a weekly review. And in this video, I show all my trades. I show what I'm looking at on the market, how I manage my positions, and what I'm expecting to see on many different markets, whether it's the stock market, forex, cryptos, commodities. I cover basically everything that I look at in my own trading. And I've been doing that for years. So the students of the course have access to basically the past 4 years of my trading put on videos. So that's kind of the idea, and it's very valuable because they really get to see exactly what I do week after week on markets. And so in this video, one thing that I cover, as I said, is cryptos. And as you know, this up move right here was developing at the beginning of the year, especially around these highs right there. I started to be extremely careful about cryptos in general, but as I said, using the Bitcoin chart, and I saw a potential break lower coming. And if this break lower occurred, I was expecting a much bigger drop, and that's exactly what we got. Now, as I said, I'm not saying all of this to sound cool, or I'm not even saying this to promote the course, as some people may think. As I said, it's really just to put you guys in context of how I found the idea of looking for lower prices on cryptos. And then in the other part of the video, we will look at what I think will happen in the future. I also made a YouTube video about 1 month ago where I was talking about the same reasons that I was talking about in the weekly reviews of why I think that cryptos might be riskier and why they would be subject to a bigger drop. So this video is still available for free on YouTube. So if you guys want, you can also watch this. You will get the same explanations, you know, of what I was explaining in the weekly review. But I'm going to put now a clip of this weekly review where you guys will see all the reasons. So let's watch this together, and then let's come back in the present moment. It looks risky. Let's just stick with this word. I don't know why. There is maybe that it's my subconscious that is talking right now. Maybe that it's my experience. There's something off on this chart that I think not many people are seeing, but I can start to kind of get a sense of this. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe that it will just keep going up. But yeah, I don't know. You know, at the end of the day, at the moment, right, if we just look at the chart in itself, in the present moment, it's in a uptrend. Everything looks good, right? Everything looks fine. So there is no worry to have whatever. And if I was in this trade, I would still be in this trade, and I would have a stop loss right here. So this is now the level, the new daily low I think that we can consider. But I've already showed you guys why this chart to me is starting to look a bit more risky. We are still going up, but look at the size of the impulses, right? So this was a very strong impulse, really big. Same thing for this one, but look at here, right? It started to get smaller, smaller, and smaller, right? This does not look convincing to me, and we have massive divergence on the chart and the 50 level. So all of that to say that if at any moment this chart breaks under the trend line, under this level, and under the 50 level, confirming the divergence, I think that we will get a much bigger and much deeper correction on Bitcoin. Now notice what I just said, if it breaks, right? And that's the important part. If it doesn't break, then, well, it can just keep going up, of course, right? As I said, we're still in the uptrend. Everything still technically looks good for the moment. All I'm saying is that it's starting to look more weak, especially with the size of the impulse getting smaller and the massive divergence that we have. So if all of this breaks at some point, I think that this is where it becomes more risky for this market. So this is really a close spot to watch. And yeah, that's the idea. All right, guys, so now that we saw all the reasons of why I thought it would go down, let's actually look at the present chart. So as you guys can see, I did mark this level here, which were a series of lows that we had within this correction here. And this is where the price actually stopped today around the $30,000 level. So this was the move that broke to new all-time highs right there. We got this correction, made these lows, and we came back up there. Came back down, sorry. And right now it's going back up, as you guys can see. So it's making a pullback from here. So first of all, right, a couple of questions that we can ask ourselves here. Is this here the low of the day? Well, yes, it could very well be. I think it's the low of the day. I don't think we go lower today. And the reason why is simply because this was already a massive move. And there's not a single market that just goes up or down in a straight line. You always get correction along the way. It's perfectly normal. So I think that here we are getting a pullback after this down move. And I don't think that we go lower than this today. I don't think we will break these levels, at least not right now. Now, the big question for cryptos in general is this just a correction? And are we going back up totally from here after that? Or are we getting a much bigger correction and then going back up, right? So it's also possible. So let me just redraw this for you guys a bit better. So, you know, are we going back up from here after this pullback? Are we going to get a bigger sideways movement here, right? So something much larger and then going back up. Or are we going to go even lower, breaking this $30,000 level? So these are really the three different possibilities that we have. Obviously, there's not one that is better than another one at the moment, simply because this move is so fresh and there's a lot happening right now in the crypto space that I would not put more emphasis on one scenario over another. I think that they're all as likely to happen, but these are really the three main ways of how I think the market will eventually develop. Right now, we don't know which one will happen, as I said. So the best thing to do is simply to wait for any kind of confirmation of the next move, and then we will have a much better idea. As you guys know, if you watched other of my videos, or even if you are in the course, I don't try to predict the future. Even if I make forecasts, even if I sometimes have a sense of what can happen and a sense of direction because of higher probabilities, at the end of the day, you know, I don't try to predict the future and I don't trade based on that. So this video is really just to kind of give you guys my own perspective on cryptos in general, and show you guys really what you can look at. So especially this level right here, and then what will happen around there, right? But the point is not to predict the future, because no one can predict the future, right? It's really important to understand that. And so at the end of the day, what you should do is simply follow the trend and see where it will take you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The point of it, as I said, was to show you guys the reasons of why I thought that cryptos would go down. So this in itself can be very valuable for you guys to potentially identify other topping points in the future for other markets, right? So looking at the same indications that I did look at, and then what can happen in the future from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you can leave a like on it, as I said. And yeah, so on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.